Okay, partner B, you're going to teach partner A how to graph a line using point-slope form. Over here to the side is our formula for point-slope form. So we should know at this point that m stands for the slope. But what's different here is we have an x1 and a y1. So x1 and y1 are two numbers that make a point. This is why it's called point-slope form, because you have a point and you've got your slope. So the first thing we want to do is we want to start at our point. Then from there, we're going to rise one and run one, or count the rise and count the run. After that, you're going to make a point and connect. All right, so let's graph the first one. Our first problem, we see that it's written in point-slope form. You've got your y minus y1 equals your m times x minus x1. So I know automatically that this is going to be the slope. I know that this is going to be y1 and this is going to be x1. So our slope is 1/2, and our ordered pair is going to be 4, 2. Notice I did not use the minus signs. So I'm going to start at my point, 4, 2, and now I'm going to use my slope. I'm going to rise 1 and run 2. 1, run 2. All right, so now that I have these points, I can connect them and make a line. If I can actually connect them, that would be awesome. All right, so that is the equation and the line that matches. For our next one, you can see that the number right here is our m, x1, y1, x1. All right, so our slope this time is 2/3. Our ordered pair, notice that this is a +6, but our formula is a -6 or a negative x1. So we're always taking the opposite. If this is a +6, that means that the x1 is actually going to be a -6. If this is a +3, that means that the y1 is going to be a -3. So we're starting at -6, -3. I'm going to make a point. Next, I use the rise and the run. So I'm going to rise 2, run 3. Rise 2, run 3. I like to make 3 points. 2 is fine, but 3 makes it easier to see the line better. All right, next one. Here I can see that the slope is 2. I can see that this is y1 and this is x1. All right, so I'm taking the opposite. x1, if this is -1, x1 is +1. If this is a +3, that means that y1 is a -3. So I start at 1, -3. This time I don't have a rise and a run, I only have a rise. So I know that 2 is the same thing as 2/1. So for this one, we're going to rise 2 and we're going to run 1. All right, one more example. So here we can see that this is our slope. We've got our y1 right here and our x1 right here. So our slope is -2. Our point, if this is a +4, this is going to be a -4. If this is a +3, this is going to be a -3. So here we're going to start at -4, -3. Make a point. We have a whole number again for the slope. So that means I'm going to change it into a fraction to make it the rise over the run. So this time, since it's a rise of -2, I'm going to go down 2 and then run 1. Down 2, run 1. So this is how we can use the point-slope form equation to graph a line. I'd like you to try the next 4 problems. When you're done, have Ms. Hammond check. If you did them correctly, then that means you are ready to teach your partner how to graph with point slope form.